right, but we got that too.
Yeah,
we need to scooch over again.
We gotta move over again.
Gotta move over.
Gotta get our my shoulder just about covers it. I sit like this all day.
Just sit like that the whole time.
There you go.
Or we could just do
Can
that.
turn it.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Then you won't get it. It's gonna be mama. That's what they used to do when singers get together. Like, hey, it's Sunday, June 5th. Can you believe it already?
I am so glad you know what freaking day it is, because I don't.
It's June 5th, and we're on number 96 of Flock Around the Table. Good morning, Flockers.
Hello.
How's everybody doing on this beautiful sunny June day?
It is a nice day. Hey, Holly.
Holly, are you on it already? Holly's on it already.
It was just like, I made it. Hi, Holly, I met Holly yesterday.
We were
in the lives.
In the lives. Not just here. We actually
in
went
the
in the lives. We went to Hoosier Hills, and that's pretty much what the whole group today is probably going to be more about, because we went down to Hoosier Hills Fiber Festival.
Yeah.
Put it on your calendar. It's the first weekend in June every year. And they did that smartly, because then they don't have to make up new signs. It's just the first weekend in June. That was smart thinking on their part, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Brenda and Heather are two gals from Brenda and Heather Yarn, Ball Yarn. They're both very involved with this. And Heather said on Friday she put over 25,000 steps on, going back and forth between making the buildings. Things. And it's not like it's at a fairgrounds, but you're not walking 80 miles in between the buildings.
It's all very confined,
right? With a nice little
few buildings that are close to each other,
right? And a couple of yarn trucks and things, and there's animals.
She's just she's like one of the volunteers that goes around and does things.
I think she's on the board too.
Or on the board or whatever.
Yeah, she has something to do with this. And so
she's always running around.
She was running around, and she said, she said, I'm behind today. And I said, you look like you're moving pretty good. She goes, oh yeah, I'm only at 7,500. Yesterday I did 25,000. And I'm thinking, holy crap. I said, we're only 3 hours into this and you've already gone 7,500 steps. I'm thinking, holy moly, you know?
Yeah.
So, but it was a great time. Beautiful day for it.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah. It's really nice when you get to go outside and
are they still going today?
No, it's just Friday and
Saturday.
Yeah, just Friday and Saturday.
My brain don't function.
Yeah, it's just Friday and Saturday.
So Miss Karen is on. Hi, Karen. Karen was there on Friday.
Yeah, Karen went with the gang on Friday,
and we saw Holly on Saturday. Hi, Susie.
And we posted a picture with Holly. She's like, "Oh my God, I know who you are."
And we were at Brenda and Heather's booth, and we took a photo with Holly with Boz Yarn behind us, which was really cute. And then Brenda and Heather like, you guys watch the shop for a minute. We got to take off for just they just took off. So we're like, okay, yeah, no problem. We'll just sell in their yarn. We don't care.
So I did actually. Some lady was over there looking at the Star Wars, and she was asking my opinion, like, would the striping be better, or should I get the bigger one? And so I was telling her about the shawl that Jennifer made, and she said, that's really my style. She actually bought two skeins.
Two skeins, of
I
course.
saw it's really good. But I was like, thank God Heather came back, because I was like,
sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
Yeah,
quiet.
Say that again.
No. My watch is trying to talk to me.
Janet, we're talking about Hoosier Hills Fiber Festival. It's in Franklin, Indiana, first weekend of June, every year.
Yes.
So that's where we're.
Right. That's kind of what we're doing.
Hi, Tammy.
And we all, that one, Brenda and Heather are part of it. So I always know they're there. And Leading Men are there like 99% of the time. And with those two are being like two of our favorites, I always head down. We ran into a new one. A newer dyer. She's only been at it a little over a year.
This is a truck, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she was so fantastic. Loved her to death.
IndigoGuineaFiber.com. Beautiful stuff. I actually bought one of her blues.
Oh.
blue yarn.
And she was a doll.
Just an absolute person you want to sit and knit with and talk to and
I want
find
to go
out
to
how
coffee
she.
with her.
Yeah,
I want to go to coffee with
I
her.
I think she's in. I don't know where.
Indigo.
guineafiber.com. So go on there and check her out.
IndigoGuineaFiber.com.
Yeah, and be patient because I actually went on a couple of these websites last night that we had stopped by, and everything was like either sold out or grayed out because they probably had it at the fair.
I had it with them.
Yeah, so they may not have. But she has a cute little truck, and she had like little macrame things and some other stuff. And she said she gets the other members of her family involved with
she
that
goes,
stuff.
I do the yarn.
They do the other crap.
The rest of my family does the other stuff.
So this is really fun. She was really nice, and so that was nice to meet another Indiana dyer.
Yes.
That knows. And then Rebel Pearl is in. Bloomington, she was there. And so those
super sweet too.
And Brenda and Heather, those are the only three I really know Indiana wise that I know personally.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more, and I'm sorry if I missed you, but
I mean, Leading Men was there, but they're not technically Indiana. They're Illinois, right?
Yeah.
But I kind of think of them as Indiana.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they weren't both there.
No, Steve was there because Andy was homesick. So poor Steve looked like he was about ready to pull his hair out.
And then he was trying to sell Deb's shirt. Deb wore her Filbert shirt with the knitting squirrel on the front of it.
Squirrel on the front.
And he's like, I could sell your shirt for $112.
And this lady wanted, actually, I'm gonna make her one. I left her card at home. She makes these really cool bags. Prairie Bag Works. Her name was Sue Wilkins. She's the one that wanted it. She makes these rope bags where you take the rope and you glue it and you go round and round. And then on hers, it's called prairiebagworks.com. And she has these really cool, so that it, like when you put it in a yarn bowl, you would just fold the bowl up
that's right.
and stick it in your bag.
Yeah, it's like a corded bowl that is corded up, but then she makes a little button sort of thing loop that goes through so that your yarn can go through, your ball won't go anywhere,
right?
And then it's completely collapsible,
and it goes in your bag. It was so cute.
That's ingenious.
It was a great idea. So yeah, that's called Prairie Bag Works. Sue Wilkins. She was really nice. We spent a lot of time playing with her stuff.
Yeah.
And you can get the little button she puts on it.
A different embroidery
with different expressions.
And Deb's like that. I'm ordering one, but I don't want you to embroider any of it. I'll embroider it myself. She's like, perfect.
Yeah, that's
we
fine.
Can do that.
We can do that. So
Nancy says good morning from California, and she says thanks for the suggestion of the Progress Keepers from the Felted Garden. They're perfect. Awesome.
Good.
Glad you like them.
I'm glad. Yeah.
And we have Janet, Northern California, Northern Indiana. Oh my goodness.
Well, we have somebody from NC.
Tammy is wondering the location of Hoosier Hills. It's in Franklin, Indiana.
Yeah, Franklin, Indiana. And I think
and Holly, you wouldn't sell you Carnival? Yeah, Lady Men. we told her this is Carnival. This is the colorway Carnival Men, and they have told us that it's a labor intensive colorway, so they are not particularly fond of it. And I said, why don't you just discontinue it? Oh, we don't discontinue color lines.
Yes, they don't, unless they can't get the dye. They never discontinue anything.
So we told Holly to run on down to Lady Men and ask her for Carnival.
I said, and watch him turn gray, because he's going to be like, oh no, I wouldn't have to do that. And it was telling us a story too about his fright. One of his Halloween ones is another labor intensive ones, and he made 6 because somebody ordered 5, and he usually does 6 in a batch
of 6.
And he thought, oh great, I have one. And somebody called, and he said, what happened to it? She goes, I sold it the other day. I put it out here. We had an extra one. And he was like,
he got another wholesale order for just one. And he's like, I had one because I had one left over.
Right. So
But they didn't. They put it in the shop and sold it.
and so then she's like, no, I have to make another old batch. So we're like, we'll help you out there, guys. We're no problem.
Yeah, we'll sell all of your ones that are really hard to.
Yeah, if it's easy to make, we don't have anything to do with it. Solid color, forget it. We're not going there. We got to go this route, you know.
You gotta go with the really
We got to
tough
go
ones.
for the toughies. So anyway, so we talked about the bag. So we got
Yeah,
that one done.
that
That was
one's-
fun. It was just a wonderful, relaxing, wandering type day.
Totally.
But
Karen's reminding us of Ash and Bumble. Yes, we know
Ash and Bumble is also here in Indy, but she wasn't at the thing. She just does small. She has clubs, and so she does what you sign up for her club, and I think she makes it for her club, and then a few extra. I don't think she's not as much.
We
See my new
got
shirt
we got Australia in the house and North Carolina,
and my new shirt.
and her new shirt. Sheep happens.
Sheep happens. Isn't that cute?
And the lady who makes these shirts
Yeah.
saw her squirrel shirt that she was wearing. And she's like, I have to have one of those.
Yeah. The only thing is, I have to let her know she is Indy. She is Dreamweaver Fiber Arts. And I'm sure you guys have seen her at shows because she does this sheep that has like these.
It looks like a star.
Star.
It almost looks like a star, but it's a sheep.
That's one of her
Very pretty.
major patterns. And anyway, so I told her, but I have to let her know. So she knows about us now. So Kathy, if you're watching, his name is Filbert. So just to say when you package
you package it up
and
sell
you
it.
sell it and everything, because
Filbert.
You
It's
gotta make
Filbert.
sure you let everybody know that his name's Filbert, and so he can be out and about.
Vegas is in the house.
Yay,
Susie, I
Vegas.
forgot you were from Vegas.
There you go. So that was another fun place. She makes really cute bags and shirts and things like that. So, and that's Dreamweaver Fiber Arts.
Dreamweaver.
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 Dream. Isn't that a song?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Well, I got to keep my cards all
so
together.
one
Talk
of
about that.
one of my favorites, though. I mean, they're all good, but like experience was Reese at Fiber Seed.
Oh my gosh.
This little guy. Do you have his card?
I must have put it at home.
Oh no!
No.
Oh, she's got it. She's got it. So he was making his own card. So he's the son of the owner of Fiber Seed,
Lindsay English.
Yeah. So, but he makes his own line, his own colorways.
Colorways.
Yeah.
I think it's rainbow is what his division of Fiber Seed is.
Right.
He's listed as a little apprentice, and the daughter's the time management in charge. If you look on about Fiber Seed, love Fiber Seed anyway. Their color works are so good, but they were running low on cards, so she said they stopped at the shop, and so Reese
got some markers. They had to stop and pick up some markers so Reese could make his up.
See.
Reese was making his own
cards for rainbow yarn, and then he signed it by Reese, but then he signed Reese over here for me.
Yep.
So I have an official,
an original.
Yeah, I have an original from thing. And
handmade.
He had this
business card from
this
Reese.
red, white, and blue
So
kind of
sweet.
color. And I wish I had gone back and got it, but it was hysterical. And look, even over here in the corner, he puts like a skeiny yarn.
Yeah.
The cutest thing. Super talented. And so if you ever get a
super
chance
sweet.
to run into
What do you
Fiber
think
Seed,
he was? 6?
Oh, I don't know, 6, 7,
Somewhere in there.
He's probably 8 or 9. I'm sorry, Reese, if we're picking on your. I mean, we don't know.
You didn't tell us your age, so we're guessing.
But he's very professional. And
super
and
professional.
the thing is he really knows his yarn.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he knows the fiber. He knows how long. I had to leave this one in a little bit longer because I wanted it to have more depth. And I was thinking, holy crap, he really got this together.
I'm sure he's been watching Mom do
So
it
he's been
for
watching.
a while.
Yeah. When they're young, you got kids around. So check out Fiber Seed and order the rainbow from Reese.
Mm-hmm.
He's
the red, white, and blue one is truly cool.
It really is.
I
It's
wish
really
I
good.
had bought one.
Yeah, me too. Now that I think about it, especially since somebody's stitch markers, which we'll get to a little bit later.
Yeah. Love that later.
Love that.
Love that.
So that was another fun one. And
But you do have to stay tuned because there's an offer coming to you guys and you guys
Yes.
only.
So don't go anywhere.
So don't go anywhere.
So yeah, my mission really was to find a blue to match the blue that I'm making in my pattern for my sweater, short stack, right? That's what it's called.
It's not from your sweater. It's from a hat.
And my hat. Sorry.
She's not making a sweater, y'all. She's making a hat. Come on.
I'm making a hat and mittens. Okay. So, I thought usually they use leading men and I normally wouldn't, but I had Mothly and the squid at
And
home.
you normally wouldn't? You would use
I
leading
would
men.
use leading men.
Would use. Yeah.
But I had Mothly and squid at home in these fun
And the fun neon colors.
neon type colors and yellow and oranges and stuff. So I had this blue, which it was sitting in a box where I put most of my leading men. So I thought it was leading men, and I just lost the oogamajiggy in the center.
The little tag. Yeah.
But it's not leading men. So anyway, I went in search of blues to kind of make for the mitten so that since this is on my head.
I just
and
don't
this
think
is
you're
on
going to
my
run
head.
out, but what do I know?
I might not, but it's going to be close if I do my math.
You should have seen us at every single booth. We were like, is this the right blue? Is
I'm
this
running
the right
around
blue?
going like this, and
Like, no.
and
that's
then
not right.
everybody's helping us, like, no, I think it's got a little more purple in it, and off we go over here. And
It was fun.
yeah, so that was when you gave them a mission to kind of go for it. They were like, really. And then it was the one lady was like, oh, I'm so sad. She goes, well, if you don't find anything, bring me a piece back and I'll dye it for you. And I'm thinking,
Well, that's super cool.
Yeah, that was Passions, that lady Passion yarn. She said she would take care of it for me, and I said, no, I think I've got something close enough. So anyway,
about that much on one mitten.
I was going to get like to here to the thumb on the mitten, see? And I think that I would miss, like I wouldn't get the thumb and the top one done if I calculated correctly. And that's a generous calculation based on the fact that I knit tighter. So we'll see. I don't know. But now I'm covered, so I'm okay.
Yeah, she bought 2 different blues.
Well, that's okay.
Full skeins.
I figured if nothing else, I can do a painted bricks hat because I still have the neon left over from that one. So, and I'm into that. And I'm getting a squirrel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I totally forgot about that already. Well, this just happened yesterday, and I totally forgot about it. What a dork I am.
Yeah. It was, does felting, and she makes these little animals and everything. And she had a squirrel that she had started, but she didn't bring it with.
Hadn't finished it.
She hadn't finished it, and she's got a little thing. So she's going to send it to me. I only have her card.
Did you pay for it?
No, she's going to, I have no idea. I want it. I don't care. It doesn't make any difference to me, I'm going to.
I figured she would have.
No, she never mentioned it, but her items weren't overly expensive. So I'm kind of, I don't really know. Anyway, her name was Vicky Palmore, but the only card she had was she also does dog training.
Bright Hope Dog Training and Take Care.
Yeah. So if you need, and she's super nice. So if you need a dog trainer or a kennel, you should get a hold of her because she was super, super nice. And I would put my dog there anywhere. Yeah. So, keep an eye on that. So anybody
screenshot that if you need it.
She's not that far away. She's like Bargersville or something like that. I can't remember what she said, but yeah. She was really nice. She
was super sweet.
Yeah, she was, and she makes the cutest little animals. And she had this boat with people
with a grandma and grandpa felted. This is all felted. The boat was felted. Grandma and grandpa were felted. They almost look like Santa and Mrs. Claus, like not in Christmas mode, right? So they both had white hair. They both had on red shirts.
Little pink cheeks.
Little red.
Yeah.
And then they're sitting in a boat and they're both fishing and they both have fishing poles and they both have fish on the ends of their poles and everything is felted.
It's the cutest thing you'd ever seen.
She said she got best in show. That was the first time she entered anything in the state fair.
Yeah.
And she got best in show for it. It was adorable.
And she says, I walked in and I almost fell over because I saw the ribbon thinking, okay, this has to be wrong. It's got to be somebody else's that put on. She said, no, it was actually mine. So she was so happy. Nice lady. I could have talked to her for a long time. She was
I
fun.
could too.
Yeah, she was cute. She did some really nice. So if you maybe somebody a little sheep or something, that's a cute little gift. They were running $15 to $25. Some of
That's
the
not
smaller
bad.
things were really,
That's not bad.
and she's
No.
just watching her was great. She's just poking and
Oh, yeah.
pulling and pushing the filters.
How they get the so realistic is
Yeah.
they're fantastic.
Yeah. Anybody who's got that kind of, to go from a puff of fiber.
Yeah.
This is fantastic enough to be able to go from this to this, to something that we wear, that's it's, but I have a pattern and I have needle, and she just kind of sits there and does this little poking and pulling and does a little eye thing with
It's
it.
an artist.
Yeah,
She's an artist.
she's really an artist.
Artist.
And I bought some of this yak lace.
Cereal alpaca.
So
Does it have yak in it too?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's a purpley kind
It's
of, instead of
very,
kid silk.
Very pale purple.
Yeah, very pale. See,
Very pale lavender.
And I got this at, what do you say? How do you say it?
Eileen Yarns.
Eileen Yarns. And
AISLING.
Yarns. And she has some beautiful stuff too. And she does beautiful kid silk that she had done a sweater with this beige color underneath, just a very light beige. And she told me that she got the yarn at Walmart. And then she put her fluffy.
I could probably wear this.
I think so too. Because it's
around my neck.
Yeah.
It's not.
She said people who have trouble with kid silk or feel the scratchiness. Now, I never have trouble working with kid silk.
No,
My
I don't
hands
either.
is fine. It's when it gets up here that just drives me insane. So when I make my mittens, I'll sit like this and see how it works.
Right.
And then everything. So that came from there. And I have one called Fiber Fusion, but I didn't write anything on it. So anyway, that's another place that we stopped by.
Yeah.
So, and Black Cat Fibers. They have beautiful colors, great color work. And
I got a Black Cat too.
Yeah, they had beautiful colors and color works. And we ran into an old friend of ours, Angela Kitson, Kitson, something like that. Anyway, she runs this little group.
Angela.
Yeah. She runs this little group in Indy called Indie Drunken Nitwits. They're all a little bit too young for us, and I'm not a drunken nitwit. I'm just a nitwit. So you can get a hold of her group at meetup.com, Indie Drunken Nitwits, if you wanted to join her little group. We told her we'd give her a shout out today.
Here, if I can get that closer.
Yeah. And they meet like on the, I think, like west side of Indy near Speedway or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's over by Speedway.
And they get together and I think they do a little more drinking than knitting. But
I'm not sure. They get together.
They get together
and hang out.
And it's a good group. It's a fun group. I've met a couple of the girls and they're as cute as can be. Yeah. But, hanging with an old lady like me is not necessarily and the funnest thing in the world anyway. Because usually I'm kind of going, huh?
Well, she was saying that, so we drove down to Franklin in her new car.
I actually got to drive my new car. No, I'm only kidding.
Longer than just to my house.
Right?
Yeah. So it's a hybrid.
Yes. Plug-in
hybrid.
Right.
So we get in and I don't know much about these cars. So we get in.
Neither do I.
And it says she's got like 46 miles or whatever.
42 miles on the battery.
Okay. So
and 391 miles to empty.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the gas tank.
On the gas tank.
So we start driving and it runs on the battery first.
Right. We get down to the Hoosier Hills.
Well, we didn't even get down to Hoosier Hills and we ran out of battery.
Yeah, we did.
So we ran out of battery and it went to gas at 391 miles left of the gas.
Right.
By the time we actually got to Hoosier Hills, it had 399 miles to go on the gas. We had probably driven 10 miles at
And I
that point
didn't
on
stop
just
and put
gas. No, we
gas
didn't
in
put
it.
any gas in.
Mikey says it's just the software adjusting the mileage.
And then we drove back, and when we got to your house, so it was another 45 miles.
It was another 45 miles.
Another 45 miles when we get back to her house, and it had
It's
390.
386.
Oh, 386?
386 miles to empty. So I'm like, I don't know how in the hell this.
I said, well, we magically put gas in.
Yeah, we must have. And Mikey sits there and he explains the software, how you're not using it's converting to energy, blah, 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 and everything. He says, just as long as you're not gunning it and going 80 miles an hour. And I said, no, it's still new.
No, I was only going 75.
That's what I told him. It's still new.
Right. How to break it in.
I got another couple hundred miles before I'll hit 80. So, anyway, but it was kind of weird because I don't understand. And then we stopped at this cute little restaurant to have lunch.
What was it called? Dale's
2
Cafe.
Yeah, cafe. And
Y'all need to go there.
The best. The food, the service. Connie R was our
Connie R
waitress.
was our server. And if y'all go there, y'all listen
Y'all
to me.
listen to
If
her.
y'all go there, you need to have Connie R as your
Yeah.
server.
Yeah,
She was
hysterical,
fantastic.
quick wit.
I just loved her.
She was so
Absolutely
good.
loved her.
It was like I could come out and hang with you all day,
Yeah.
know. And the food
And then
was
she was
really good.
She was like, "Would you teach me to knit?" Yeah, of course we will.
Sure we will.
Come on.
Yeah, we'll come down. No problem.
I'll even drive down there.
Mm-hmm. In my car because it doesn't use any gas.
Right, it gives me gas.
Gives me gas when I'm driving,
Oh my gosh.
It's funny. Like so crazy. I really didn't. And then of course I had to hear, which we will get to other stuff too, but you have to hear last week and you knew we aren't here because someone was in Tennessee.
Oh God, yeah. I
about wet my pants in the car when she's telling me this story of going down to Tennessee. Oh my God. I was like, oh, unbelievable.
There's absolutely nothing against anyone who lives in Tennessee. No. Tennessee is a beautiful country.
Not at all.
Beautiful, but my in-laws.
It's sort of those situations where, you go into you go to Chicago as a tourist and you're like, holy cow, how can somebody live here? Because all you see are big, tall buildings and all these people rushing around and you just don't get it. So we're from a city. And then so we go out to the sticks and we're like, I don't understand anybody can live out here. There's nothing out here.
Well, it wasn't even that so much, but like, first off, our navigation took us the back roads down because I guess there was some major things going on the interstates we went down. It was, Memorial Weekend.
Yeah.
So the interstates there was, big lineups on the interstates.
I'm
so it
sure
took us the back roads
and everything too.
So we're we're on county roads all the way through like Tennessee and everything going down there. And there's a church every quarter mile in the country. Like there's no towns,
just a church.
Just a church. I told her, I said, I think there was 587 churches. I lost count at some point in time. And I'd say there's a church and my husband would be looking out his side of the car and he goes, no, I don't think that's a church. And I go, there was one on my side of the road. But so when we left work, we left to drive down there from work at 5. And so it's about a 5.5 hour drive. So, by 8:30ish, it's dark. It's dark. So by the time we got to Crossville, which is the closest town to where they live, it was dark. And my husband had only been to their house twice. And it's not on GPS. Their house, the roads, none of the roads are on GPS, nothing. So you can't just put their address into GPS and have it drive you right to it. So I had to rely on Jamie to be able to get us there because it's 10 miles outside of Crossville in the middle of the country, nowhere, USA.
GPS goes blank.
Yeah, there's no roads on your map on your little screen. There's no roads there at all. It's just pitch black. We're driving down this county road, like 2-lane highway, sort of, county highway. And all of a sudden, and there's no street lights. There's no nothing. All you have is your headlights in front of you. And all of a sudden my husband veers off, crosses over traffic, like if there was any traffic, but there wasn't. And then all of a sudden we're on this side road. Like he didn't even slow down, guys. I about had a heart attack because I thought we were going in the ditch. Like, I'm like, and he's like, well, I got that one right. And I'm like, what? And I didn't see a sign. Nothing, like, and this was miles outside of town. And then, he takes a right here and a left here. No street lights, no nothing, no street names, no anything, just roads in the middle of the country. And I turned to him and I said, if you drive right up to their house after doing all of this, I'm opening your first beer. Right turn here, left turn after this barn.
Yeah.
Around this pond, and then another
in the
left
dark,
turn.
no less.
In the dark with no streetlights. Guys, he drove right to their freaking house.
And he'd been there
Twice.
Oh.
And I opened his first beer.
Well,
I'm glad I didn't make any other kind of bet.
You would have lost.
I would have lost. Would have lost. But so they went golfing. I couldn't leave because I couldn't get back to their house. There was no way. It was too many rights and lefts and around this pond and blah, blah, blah. So a
couple more times you'd probably be able to do it.
Maybe a couple more times. But I did get some eggs in a cooler on the side of the road from one of their, neighbor farmers that was selling their eggs. So great eggs in Tennessee. There's some great barbecue in Tennessee. We had some.
You down in Crossville when you went down?
Oh, we had some backyard barbecue.
Oh, yeah, that's right at the house.
Yeah. So the Saturday night, they were like, we need to try this place. Everybody says we need to try this place. It's great. It's supposed to be great barbecue, blah, 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 blah. But they're only open like Thursday, Friday, Saturday night or something like that. And so Saturday night, we go there and it was somebody's house.
You sit out back on a picnic table.
Sit out back on a picnic table and eat their barbecue that they make.
It's probably really good.
Oh, it was really great. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good, but do brew their own beer too. Yeah.
So this is an all-purpose joint. So you had everything together.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a good weekend.
Yeah. I'm like, my husband and I, this seems more like something my husband and I would do. His parents are
a little more straight-laced.
They're a lot more straight-laced and a little more like, don't leave the house unless you're dressed and pressed.
Right. Yeah.
Dressed and pressed.
Right. Yeah.
So
sweatpants, no.
Oh my gosh, she doesn't even own a pair of sweatpants.
No. Jeans, maybe?
No. She doesn't even own jeans.
Oh my gosh.
No, she doesn't even own jeans. No.
I would say that she.
So it really surprises me that's where she wanted to live.
Well, that just blew me away. You know, totally, because of what
do I
mentioned.
know?
But
what do I know?
Maybe they'll be okay there.
I love it. I think it's great.
I think it's funny.
I think it's fantastic.
I'm gonna go next time, and I'm gonna just watch. I'm gonna get on his bumper, and I'm just gonna be the little one that watches. I'll take all the pictures for
so
you.
I did get a bunch of things. Like I did work on my Musselburgh.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of stitch markers done. Because
you did it in card?
No, I brought them down because I knew I was going to be stuck there. I knew I was going to be stuck
there by yourself because the golf addicts
and there's no internet.
About.
There's no cell phone service. There's nothing. There's no cable. Yeah. So I brought.
That's right, because she told me. She said, Jamie said, "Hey, let's go have breakfast or something because I need to get some internet."
Yeah, I had to go in to have lunch in town so that he could show him how to do a few things on the internet. Because they don't have internet.
I'm like, I don't get that. That's whatever.
Yeah.
So. Now you can tell us about your Hoosier time.
Okay, so I only got a few things because I'm not a shopper, but I'm a yacker. I'm a chatter. But I did pick up a few things for my Fiddlebit blanket, which I have to buy some things for the fiddle-bit blanket. So this is from Black Cat.
Yeah, dark. Tammy says dark in the
So-
country is much different than
Dark
in
in the
rural
city.
areas. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so
dark
true.
is dark.
Yeah, dark. Yeah, it's like
dark.
you know. Hi, Australia.
So this is called Kittens from Black Cat.
Fibers. They had some really cute colors, and nice little pink to blend in, so she can get some pink
some
in
hot
there,
pink in there.
and hot pink and a little bit to blend. So this will
Yeah.
blend with another
With
color.
another pink.
And we had Brenda and Heather.
Oh, and of course, Brenda and Heather. And I was like, I need a full skein.
Isn't that cute?
It is looking like lavender on there, but guys,
It's really
trust
pink.
me, it's hot pink.
It's hot pink. It's
It's
really
hot pink.
cute, and it's called
and
what?
it's stripes.
And it's
But it's called
bubble gum.
it's called lumpy bubble gum.
Lumpy. God forbid. How do you have lumpy bubble gum?
Well,
it, day
maybe you're
old?
chewing it with a French fry.
I
don't
hate
know.
that. Don't you hate
Yeah,
that?
when you
you've
get
got
other
something
things in with your
stuck in
bubble
your
gum.
thing. Oh, it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
When you have that and you're eating like a
Mhm.
cracker, and all of a sudden it comes out of your tooth and it's in your mashed potatoes, and you're going, I got a lump. It's terrible.
lump in your.
So-
you have to throw your gum away.
It was very fun. So
It was a blast.
if
We had a
you've
good
never
time.
been to a fiber festival, take your friends and go, because it's just it's great. I have to admit though, towards the end I was sort of like, when you're looking through wallpaper books and you're always looking at all those different pages,
Everything
you
starts
start
to
to
look
get
the same.
it does. I mean, even though it's beautiful and you're drawn to it, it's just like,
And this was a small festival.
yeah, can you imagine something like Rhinebeck?
Yeah, I can. I've been there.
Oh yeah, it's where you are.
I can.
I am
I
in there.
can. I've been there.
Yeah, I am
Been there,
in
done that.
Yeah.
I understand the draw of Rhinebeck because it's kind of like the Comic-Con of fiber festivals. It's,
Yeah, I can see
it's
that.
like
Right.
the
like the
the ultimate thing.
Right.
But
the Vogue used to be like that too. More of the Vogue
yeah, but
used to be.
focus.
They're not doing as much anymore, but they used to.
But and I get Rhinebeck, and I could potentially do Rhinebeck again, but
I'm going to go to Edinburgh and do that one.
in Scotland,
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, we'll
we're
do that.
done. I don't need to do Rhinebeck again. I don't need to do it again. I understand the draw of it. I truly do understand the draw of it, but it's just not. It's there's too much.
Yeah,
It's
there is.
too much. It's fiber overload for my brain.
Yeah,
It's overload of everything. Everything starts looking the same,
yeah, it does.
and you forget.
Where your avenue is and what your focus is.
Yeah.
There are times though that, I've been to Hoosier Hills that I've picked up some amazing single skeins, and then unfortunately, kind of like with the blue, if I didn't have the thing, you're like,
Yeah, if you didn't have that yarn with you,
right, you're not sure exactly what might go with it. You're
What-
like, I'm
exactly
sure
what
I
blue.
have something blue at home to go with it, and it's just this little bit of a shade off. And so but I'm not, a lot of people were suggesting a different color,
yeah,
which is that's not my style, because my furniture is completely against the wall, and the tchotchke is
even I
all
was
out.
recommending just go to a different color on the
Yeah,
buttons.
and that's just not my style. So I'm a one trick pony.
Nancy's asking about the sandwiches only when they ask me to.
Oh, at
it-
work.
Yeah, it
Oh
was.
yeah, she doesn't. But she will more in the winter because
I
it's a little
was-
harder to get out.
I was just randomly making sandwiches and bringing them in, but then I realized that, and that's it works, but I don't like to waste anything. So, because that's the way I am, I don't like to waste anything. So if they weren't being,
But she'll throw
eaten-
my tchotchke shit out. But she won't waste any food.
don't waste food. They're starving children. I'll send them your tchotchke stuff. And so if they ask me to, I do for sure.
Maybe
Yeah.
once the winter comes back, you might, because it's harder for them to get out when it's
No, it's
cold.
not hard.
Well,
It's
you
not
got to
hard.
get the car. It's icy and everything, and maybe just go back to it every once in a while and When you
I
make
do when I make them when they want them.
right.
Yeah, when they
When you
want.
make an extra meatloaf or something, when the price of meat
No,
actually goes
they
down.
don't. They don't eat meatloaf. It's
Why
like
not?
turkey or chicken.
Boil.
Well,
Is
first
that
off,
what chicken is?
two of them are vegetarians,
Oh, okay. That's kind of spoils.
and then
that.
there's others that don't eat beef or pork.
Oh,
So it's
jeez.
only So it's very specific, and it's kind of like you need to tell me the day before when you want it, and I'll make it the next day.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Then you have it.
I think that's fair.
But that's good. But they know that you're there for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Okay. So
and now on to the fun part.
yeah,
You didn't think all of this was fun. No, we got something else.
up our sleeve.
She.
I got it up my
Okay,
sleeve.
she is.
I got it
I
up
was
my
gonna
sleeve.
say it fell out.
So I decided to give you guys, only the YouTube guys,
So
in the US. I'm sorry for the folks who are in Australia and the UK, because I can't ship there yet. But we decided to give you guys 40% off of everything in the Etsy shop for this week. Minimum order of $40. So 40 for 40. And you just need to put in the code Flock June 2022. So Flock June is the words, FLOCKJUNE. 2022 are the numbers, 2022. Put that in your coupon code and you'll get 40% off at checkout.
things like these wonderful little red, white rhino eyes. Aren't these the cutest? Look
Yeah,
at
so I
this.
did Stars and Stripes with tip huggers and Parker's Keepers and stitch markers. That's a full pack.
Isn't that beautiful?
Those are a new listing.
Look, you get a little star at the end of it. It's a
Stars and
teeny
Stripes.
tiny little star.
I've put up, I can't even tell you how many new tip huggers I've put up, but this was one that is a random pack. So you get 3 of these. And they're random colors. They're random ends.
Don't know what you're going to get.
Don't know what you're going to
kind of
get.
a
But
surprise.
you get 3.
She has good taste, so I think you'll be okay with
Yeah,
colors and
don't
things
worry
like
about
that.
it. You're gonna get good stuff.
You're gonna
But
be
40% off for $40 and up for this week only.
And anybody in the UK, if you want to email her in October and say that you want it, I can always put it in the mail when I come to London in November.
And put it in.
And
What
I'll
is
put
it? Is
in
it
the
Royal
post.
Mail over there?
Yeah,
is it
in the
Royal Mail?
post.
In
I
the
think it's
post.
called the post. So I can always send it to you
Yeah,
from
there you go.
there. I'm not going to get to Australia probably until next year. But anybody in the UK or Europe or anything like that, I can get it in the mail there and get it to you in November so you'll have it for the holidays. So think about that. You never know. I mean, it's another thought process. You send you an email. You can set it up. I'll be there. The boat leaves November 6th, so I'll be there before.
You know, is that our Karen or is that is that our Karen?
Yeah. Love the new stitch markers. Both.
But is that our Karen or is that a different Karen?
No, that's our Karen.
That's our Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Karen, I got to bring her mushrooms tomorrow.
Yeah. Gonna have to take her mushrooms.
Yeah, stitch markers.
Oh. Karen, into the mushrooms. Floating either.
Stitch markers and matching needle huggers. Tip huggers, as my husband likes to call them.
I like that name though, tip huggers, because that's exactly what they do. They hug the little tips of your
Stitch saver.
They
hugger,
do.
I don't know.
Well,
yeah, but my
does.
husband had a sexual innuendo on it when he was.
Yeah, but that's the guy, and you can't really blame it. And I guess if they weren't like that, we wouldn't be.
Yeah, I would be worried. I would be worried.
Yeah,
I would be worried.
Yeah. Like my husband always says, just because I'm on a diet doesn't mean I can't read the menu. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you got a point.
I said, yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah.
Usually I'm the one that's reading the menu and not him. So, So
well, my husband's always said, well, I can look, I just can't touch. I'm like, yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, you do.
You got a point.
And when they stop looking, that's when you need to start worrying.
Yeah, he's like, when I stop looking, I'm dead. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right.
So that was our busy weekend. And It was
And
fun.
there is over 70 listings now in the Etsy shop. I'm not adding any more this
Just 2
week.
pages. How fun is that?
I'm not adding any more.
No more? You're just
Not
not
this
going to
week.
do it.
Not this
Baloney.
week.
She's going to get something in the mail. And she's
No,
gonna be
I'm
like,
not.
Oh, I'm going to go do it.
No, I'm not. I don't have anything ordered. So anything new that goes up will be something that is already in my
here.
shop, in my room that I
Okay.
haven't listed yet.
Hang in just a second.
You
folks.
got to get up?
I got to stand. My watch told me to stand.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I can sit back down.
Yeah, so that would be the only thing new that goes up. I mean, I put up cherries and flamingos and cats and
Flamingos.
socks.
The socks are cute. The Christmas socks are really cute. And those you should probably maybe think about nabbing because they, we don't always have them.
I probably won't be able to get those again.
Yeah. So
I don't
you
know.
want to nab those.
Do your Christmas in June.
Before Christmas in July.
Before
because,
Christmas in July.
Doesn't make any sense to do it,
Gas
any
is
other
just going to get more expensive and you're not going to have Christmas money.
There you go. And
Save your
Amazon's going to go up again because they're spending so much money.
Oh, they're premium?
They're
Is it going up again?
Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it. There's talk of it, but I don't know if they're actually going to do it.
Well, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I am too because I get everything I want when I want it, why I want it.
Yeah.
I want the whole
From
bit.
Amazon.
So I hope you guys all had a good week and a good Memorial Day, and everything went well on your end.
Did you and Mikey do anything for the?
Mikey was in
weekend?
Chicago.
Oh, he was in Chicago.
Yeah,
for
they
the 3-day
go.
weekend.
He had to do a couple things for his sister, and then they go to the cemetery.
Oh,
Well,
so what is family stuff?
Yeah,
Okay,
my dad and my father-in-law are both at Lincoln National, the military.
Yeah.
And he says for Labor Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July, they do, but Labor Day and Memorial Day, it's like this wave of flags, and they do such a beautiful job
That's so sweet.
with the flags and this year it was a little overcast, but the pictures in the past, but it's a beautiful, you can't help feel American and feel for the families when you go in there. It's like, you just know that these soldiers are there. He said it's just quite a sensation that you get. And so they usually go and put a penny on the thing because that means that a soldier's been visited.
Yeah.
And then they went to the regular cemetery where his uncle and mom and grandma are at, and they put out summer flowers because in the summer they can use silk flowers. In the winter they don't like to have them because I guess they break and stuff like that. So they usually go out, but they go up and in these beautiful, and they decorated the inside with the rocks, and some of them they had some of the kids from the school paint red, white, and blue rocks.
Oh, cool.
So that was really nice, and stories and thank yous and everything he said. So it was really kind of nice.
That's sweet.
He said it's a very memorial thing, something very nice to be done. And the government has done an amazing job with keeping up these cemeteries for the military. So it's really neat. So so he goes there. And it's funny because my dad's here and his dad's over there. So they like right across the street from each other.
Right.
Kind of like when they lived in Crete. My dad lived here and his dad lived over there. So it's really kind of funny.
Sweet.
So they get to see everybody and stuff. So he called a couple of friends, and I stay home because I stay home with the dog. I haven't done up in years. I need to get up there one of these days.
Yeah.
But
you could have been driving down to Crossville, Tennessee with me.
Oh, yeah.
Having a heart attack. I had those. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
I would have.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have. You would have been. I wouldn't have even known anything. Because I would have been in the back seat. You would have been in the front.
I would have been. We would have stopped and slept in Nashville and then driven in the daylight. I would have never done it in the dark. Never. Not first time, not second time, maybe not even third time. It have to be the daytime. Just because you never know when that raccoon's going to come out and bite your tire. You know what I mean?
Bite your tire.
I
didn't see a single raccoon there.
Yeah. It's usually, I usually, and don't be grossed out by this, but usually when I get in those back situations, because I lived in the sticks, so I know back roads.
Yeah.
So
They weren't bad roads.
No,
They were
but
fine roads.
But you're in the middle of trees and there's not a lot of traffic going by.
There's no traffic.
And all of a sudden
There's no starlight.
Right. You have to go to the bathroom in the middle of it. And so you think, oh, nobody's around. But that's when everybody decides to come home while you're taking a squat, and it's like, that's not a good thing,
There was nobody around. There was no houses.
Well, it doesn't make any difference. They always show up when you're taking a squat.
Well, I'm just saying, like, here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My husband to this day, if we're getting off the expressway and like taking a back road, or if we were on these, he would at every church, he would have said, do you need to use the restroom? Because he knows how I am.
You would have slapped him by the end of this trip because it would have been on repeat. Do you need to use the restroom? Do you need to use the restroom? Do you need to use the restroom? That was for 3 churches in that amount of time. On back roads. Not even a town. Just
well, so there got to be people somewhere.
I don't know where they were, and there was no bars. That was the other thing. So that I'm used to the countries, the country little towns where it's a bar and a church.
Yep. And
that's what it is. It's a bar and a church.
And maybe a little grocery store.
And maybe a gas station, grocery, convenience store.
Okay.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
But there's a bar and a church. There was no bars.
Just
there was no. I'm like, is this dry counties? These all dry counties. I haven't seen a bar in like 100 miles.
Jack Daniels is made in a dry county.
To
me, that's like the biggest oxymoron I've ever heard in my life. Okay, so you can't consume what you're buying.
And then we see the new county line, because they give you county lines. Welcome to the new county in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee, which is great. I know I'm in a new county. I think it's fantastic.
Well, I think,
but I'm like, I wonder if there's going to be a bar right on the county line because that's where I can have a bar now.
We'll have to make a trip to Crossville. We may not have to go visit, but I have to get down there. I have to see this. I have to see everything. Oh, and the niece is homesick.
The niece is homesick.
My niece is in Czechoslovakia.
Oh.
And she's having a difficult time, so she's a bit of homesick. She's not used to the teeny tininess of Europe.
Oh, yeah, because everything is...
Yeah, her room is about the size of a bed. And, she lives in a dorm anyway, but this is even worse. And so she didn't overpack because she knew they had laundry facilities. Well, you have to make an appointment to do it. And there's a list of all these kids, that want to do this. And she got lost on the bus and she's kind of having a meltdown and her phone wouldn't work and because something was turned off. And so some guy noticed that she was having trouble. And they all speak English, thank God. But all the signs are in Czech. She said, that's the biggest problem. She said they don't. So this guy gives her her phone to call her contact at school. And she tells her which bus to get on. And then so the guy offered to sit with her and stay with her until the bus came. And she said, no, thank you very much. And he goes, well, here, if you give me your phone, he puts this really cool translator on it. So all she has to do is take a picture and it'll translate. Now, she didn't have that. So that was super nice of the guy. But she met this nice girl from Norway who took the bus with her back to where she was supposed to be and then took a different bus to go home because she noticed how upset Madison was and what kind of that she was on a nervous breakdown. And being an American, she had no clue what she was doing. And then she was actually in Budapest. And so in Hungary, her German doesn't do her any good, and Czechoslovakia and stuff. So, yeah. So she was ready to come home. So my sister tells me this on the phone, and I said, so why aren't you on a plane? She goes, well, I figured you might get on it. And I said, did you tell Madison I was going to come over? And she said, no, she thought that if she texted you, you might come and stay with her. I said, in a box?
In a box? Yeah. No, I would stay in a hotel.
I said, where's the closest Marriott? I'll be there, so. And the problem is a lot of these younger kids, they're about the same age as she is, but they all like to go out and they all have friends in the area because they go to school there, and they all like to go to the bars and listen to music and stuff. And that's not Madison's thing as a rule. She's a Netflix sit at
Netflix
home,
and chill.
yeah, and chill, or a book and read. And so we're like, well, you don't have to go do that. If that's not what you want to do, go do something else. Now you got the translator on your phone, you know,
Go to a
just
coffee shop and Netflix and chill.
that's what you're going to do. And so she just,
I mean, at least then you might have a chance of meeting somebody.
that's true. And so Beth Ann put extra underwear and sweatpants and extra clothes in the mail
In
to
the
her.
mail to her.
I said, you realize it's snail mail. Madison will be home before
Like she
gets
probably
it.
could have just wired her some money and like go shopping and get yourself some underwear. It would have been cheaper.
Yeah, that probably would have worked better. But Madison's not tiny. She's very round, and they're not as round there.
Well, yeah, but
So, in fact, she bought
Amazon. I mean, couldn't
Well,
she
yeah,
have Amazon
Amazon
it?
did. Oh, yeah, I
Deliver
never even
there?
thought about that. I'm gonna have to text her and tell her. 'Cause
Can't you Amazon that?
she
to
calls
anywhere
me
in
and
the
says,
world?
is mom on your phone plan? And I said, yeah. She said, do you mind if she texts Madison?
Nancy, I heard Netflix and chill is code for sex. LOL. Maybe in somebody's world it is, but not my world. not my.
That was good.
That's
That's
a
good.
good one.
That's a good thing.
It probably is.
Yeah,
And it probably is in her in that
in
world.
a world, that sort of situation.
Not in my world.
Yeah, not my world. Yeah, no way. That doesn't even come close to an interpretation there. So on that note, we'll leave
great.
you all pondering
Thanks,
Netflix.
Nancy.
Next time you hear the word Netflix, ta-da!
Yeah.
You're gonna be. Don't let your husbands hear that. God forbid.
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh, no.
they get very strange ideas. So we will see you all next week for episode 97. I gotta start planning 100.
I know.
I have to.
I
we
know.
have to
You got to
start-
get the Titanic.
I got to get the.
The blow up Titanic.
I hadn't thought about that. Can I get one of those? I have to get something that blows up. That would be kind of fun.
No, not that blows up.
Well, you can have your cleaning lady come on Monday. I'll get it all in one pile.
Will we be at 100? What weekend will it be when we hit 100? Will it be the July 4th weekend?
Hold on, let me check. But wrong.
Stop it! If that works out to be July 4th,
Oh, we're
weekend,
gonna do it. That's gonna be.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that could
make
be
it with that.
fantastic.
Maybe next week I'll be sick. I'll have to make sure it works. Okay, now June 12th is numbers 97. 19th is 98. 26 is 99, and July 3rd
Is
100.
100.
So we can do it the 4th of July weekend. Woo! Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
97,
gosh.
98,
That's the-
99, and that will be 100.
And the 3rd is my annual 4th
Par-
of July
party.
party. It's
So
always on the
There's
3rd.
always fireworks on the 3rd. So that'll be for us.
That'll be for us for 100.
for 100. There we go. So
Yeah.
Somebody sent me a text.
So yeah, just don't forget this week only the 40 for 40 on thing for Flock June 2022. Put
Right.
it in on Etsy. It's just this week.
Right. And
Um,
anybody in England, just,
Yeah.
Canary Islands or Spain or whatever, because I'm stopping in Vigo.
Just stops along the way.
I'll just stop along the way, and customs will be wondering what the hell's wrong with her. And but I'm like, oh yeah,
I'm just giving gifts away.
just gifts
along
for
the way.
they're all the little gifts. No one will even notice, And so anyway, and on that note, you all have a great week.
Yeah.
It was fun being with you. Say hi to everybody for us, and Holly.
And I think we need to have an old person saying for Netflix and chill
Yeah.
instead of that.
Instead of the other.
What are you looking for?
My one piece of paper.
I don't know what you're looking for.
I know what I'm looking for, and I can't find it.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway. Oh, bye, Holly.
Bye, Holly. Oh, you were looking for Holly?
Yeah, I was looking for Holly. I kept wanting to call her Heather.
Oh no,
but
Holly.
we saw her with Brenda and Heather.
Yes.
So I kept thinking anyway.
I
That's
posted
just
a
what it is.
picture of Holly on our Instagram if you want to see her.
Yep. So we will see you all next week for number 97, and have a good week and a safe week.
Yeah.
And order lots of
And
stuff.
keep creating.
and share your stuff,
Yeah. Tag us on
Hi from
Instagram.
South Africa. Maggie. She's here from South Africa. She's been on here before.
Yep.
Cool. What else? And
Okay,
dollar
you're
store.
just sitting
Oh, I'm
here
sorry.
reading.
I'm sorry. I'm reading all this stuff. Let me get this.
It's not a touchscreen. I had to do it.
I'm sorry. It's just the red button. That's just me,